a second till people come in. What's going on, baby? You doing all right out there? You holding it down? I'm waiting for a little bit more people come in. We got three in here. We got four. What's going on, YouTube fans, family, whoever on here? Uh, so you want to be an owner operator? You want to get your own truck? You want to do all these things? But I'm here to tell you, today ain't a good day. We got truck broke down this morning. Well, I'm gonna say this afternoon. My wife on the side of the road was on the way with a good load, good paying load. On the way, dropped that load off. Check engine light came on. Then the stop engine light came on. So my wife immediately she had to pull over. Yeah, she good. Everything taken care of. But this right here, this the bad in trucking right here. When you, not if your truck break down, but it's when. You know, our truck been running good. Our truck been running good since we got it. To be honest with you, and I know we was due to have a breakdown. You gotta have those breakdowns so you can have more experience on what to do and how to handle yourself. Um, because if you never had a breakdown, how you gonna know what to do? So doing this breakdown, like just so y'all know, when you break down, we gotta take our truck back to the dealership, Freightliner that is, and everybody know if you got a truck, when you take it back to the dealership, they take forever with your truck. So we already assuming that it's probably gonna be in there for about a week. Um, Hopefully not, but just go ahead and be prepared for that week or 2 weeks. So therefore, when you missing out, if we miss a week, that's money we missing out on. But since we've been running this truck, we've been putting aside for maintenance. We've been putting aside every week for this. So it's more so we was prepared for this. You gotta prepare for these breakdowns because it's gonna happen. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It's gonna happen. Also, also, this week right here, it's gone. We ain't gonna make no money this week. None whatsoever. It's a wrap. Right now, she on the side of the road waiting on the tow truck to come get her. The good thing about our roadside assistance, our roadside assistance, I think, they pay up to $300 the first 2 hours, and then after that, it's 100. The tow truck $150 an hour, and she only 3 hours away, so we only gonna have to cough up $150 just to get the truck towed back to where we live at. It's going straight to the shop. Hopefully, ain't nothing major. Um, if it is, it's all right. If it's um, if it's something major, it just is what it is. We get it fixed, however long it takes, and get it back on the road. Also, if it's covered under warranty, let me tell y'all about warranty. Our truck is covered. You know what I'm saying? All the major parts and stuff, motor, turbo, and all that stuff. After treatment is covered under warranty. And this is the thing about a warranty. If y'all don't know, if you ever put your truck in the shop, they take forever. They take forever with warranty work. It's almost they don't want to deal with all this. A lot of paperwork process, so it's like they put that stuff on the back burner. Me personally, I would rather come out of my pocket instead of using warranty. Go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, put me up front. I'm coming out of pocket, cash money, get this truck fixed. Um, Go ahead and get this truck fixed because in the long run, if you sit there and wait on that warranty work, that's if you got the funds to do that. If you wait on them to do that warranty work on your truck, you'll end up losing more money and letting them sit there and fix it and go ahead and kick out that bread if you got it. Go ahead and kick it out because they like that money. They don't like that warranty work because it takes forever. Go ahead and kick the bread out and get your truck back on the road. That warranty work can take up anywhere between a week to 6 weeks. There's people that put their truck in the shop and it took them 6 weeks at a dealership. So that's 6 weeks of making no money. 6 weeks. Um, but like I said, it is what it is. We was prepared for this. We was prepared for this breakdown. We've been putting money aside every week on top of what we already had in our bank account. So it's just annoying. We only human. It's annoying, especially when you was on a good load. That load wasn't going over about 300 miles. We was gonna drop people another and head back. And we was already planning to put our truck in the shop to get our PM done and stuff Saturday. Get our PM done and stuff like that. Get it greased up. Get it inspected, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Normal truck stuff. You right, Jay. Small thing to a giant. You right. It was bound to happen, but we gonna bounce back. Be back on that road again. We just want to give y'all the real deal because a lot of what y'all see on YouTube is all the glitz and glams and the glorified, but the glitz and glams and making money, big paychecks. Another thing, y'all see these big paychecks, but don't, hey, big paychecks come with big expenses. So if you see somebody, you know what I'm saying, cashing in 5 grand, you gotta realize you gotta pay that business first. You gotta pay your business first, and then whatever you done paid your business, then a little of that is yours. So somebody bringing in that 5 grand don't mean all that 5 grand going to them going at home partying and drinking up the money, buying these fancy cars, living that lavish life. Nah, that ain't what it's all about. Take that check, pay them bills, and put that money to the side for a rainy day because that rainy day gonna come. I promise you that. Just like ours came this morning. But you know what though, on the real, our check engine light came on at the beginning of the week. So I would say my wife kind of, you know what I'm saying, ignored it because it just came on. It came on before and it went right back out. So it came on a few months ago and it was our surge tank. Our coolant level had got low below the sensor. So that sensor was sending off a signal and the check engine light came on. So we filled it back up to the proper levels. Check engine light went on. So my wife was assuming maybe that was it, but it wasn't. So it's something else. Check engine light stayed on. Got all the way down to a destination. It stayed on. Got to rolling with the load down the road. Then the stop engine light came on. So when that stop engine light come on, pull over immediately. You can't keep driving. If it's telling you to stop and you keep going, it's going to damage more. It's going to cause any more damage than it's already had. So you might as well pull that truck on over, call your people, call the tow truck people, call whoever, come pick it up. Um, so on the bright side, White coming back home a little earlier than sooner, but that's all good though. She gonna be home. I get to see her. I might get to lay my head on some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? That's the good side of it. I can't believe nobody got no questions. We got 15 people in here. Ain't nobody got no questions. Um, I know one thing. My wife showed me a picture. I'm thinking. I think it was. Well, this my wife said, but it was leaking from the exhaust manifold. And she said it wasn't oil. For somebody to ask, it wasn't oil. I'm thinking it's either fuel or some, maybe some coolant leak or whatever. But hopefully it's nothing major. And hopefully it don't take forever. But that's the downside of trucking. I tell anybody, if you're gonna get into trucking, you gotta it was fuel. So my wife said it was fuel. So if you get into the trucking world, you gotta come correct. Don't come half stepping. Don't come in here and think you got to be living lavish, cause Feed her J. She needs a wine. Hell, no, that's another thing. We called this tow truck. It was probably about 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, he still ain't got there yet. So she been on the side of the road about 4 or 5 hours. So then by the time he get here, I'm be in the damn bed. I'm gonna have to wake up, go pick her up. I'm gonna have to wake up, go pick her up, bring her back, and go take her pick up the car, and she gonna come on back to the house. And we're gonna have to sit here and play that waiting game with Freightliner. But Freightliner, that's one thing about Freightliner. They ain't as bad as Kenworth and Peterbilt. Freightliner gonna get you in. They gonna try to get the work done as fast as they can, even though they still might take a while. You know, from Freightliner and Kenworth, boy, you gonna be in there. You gonna be in there 6 days, weeks, possibility. I know y'all like he lame. He lame. He ain't nothing like his wife. She alright though. I ain't worried about her. She been on the side of the road for a little minute. Man, it depends. Like little small minor stuff. I do YouTube. I'm somewhat mechanically inclined a little bit as far as my cars and stuff go, but the truck, it depends on what it is. Like I forgot what piece it was, but it was a piece on our exhaust that pretty much got rusted out a few months ago. I was gonna fix it myself. But the only reason why I didn't, I just didn't have the time. I ain't had the time to fix it myself, and that a lot of times it just be the time and just be the time. You don't never have time to fix it yourself. Um, I ain't got nowhere to park it at the house to kind of test stuff down and fix it. But little small stuff, yeah, I can do. But something major, turbo and all that, nah, I ain't doing that. And also, our truck is still on the warranty, so if it's something major, we gotta take it back to the shop. Because you can get your warranty voided if you had somebody else work on it and you was supposed to take it back to the shop. Yeah, Kenworth is the worst. Kenworth and Peterbilt, them the Bentleys of the truck. So they cost more. I feel like anything costs more than get worse service. Smart hustling, yeah. That'll be smart, man. You know what? Before we bought this house right here, this is our second home that we bought. Before we bought this home, we was looking for a house with some land, and we actually found one that an old guy had, and he used to have his own trucking company. We found one. I mean, it had I think it was ten bay doors separated from the house that big trucks can fit in. Garage had electric all out there. But the only thing that stopped for me getting that house was it was I didn't want to live in that location. I couldn't do it. It was one of them locations, man, that you just got to be ready to live out there. Grocery store probably 30, 40 minutes away from you. I ain't ready for that lifestyle yet. Only time I'm ready for that lifestyle when I get old and just want to be by myself. I want to step outside, and just hear the birds and the bees. That's it. But I ain't ready for that. We still stay in the city. I still like that city life. I, you know what I'm saying? We stay near the interstate. We can hit this interstate, that interstate in less than 5 minutes and hit the road. So that was the only reason why we didn't get that house. It would have been perfect. I mean, it was enough room for daggone at least 5+ trucks. But and the house would have needed some work done, so it would have been like a fixer upper. So it would have been a good side to a bad side. So that's why we didn't choose that house. But like we can bring our truck here where we at. Where we at? Bobtail, we can't bring a trailer because it ain't gonna fit. Um, but yeah, man. Let me see if I got any more comments. Anyway, hold on. Jessica Wester, I think that's how you say it. At the end of the day, when you finish training, you go with the company. It really doesn't matter whether it's large or small. At the end of the day, a trucking company is all gonna be in the same ballpark. Now you good. I can answer that. It's all in the same ballpark when you choose your company. Um, at the end of the day, you just there to learn and take in what they're trying to teach you. My opinion, when you're choosing a trucking company to drive onto, try to find somebody near your house. See if you can find a trucking company that's close near your house and that you can get to within a short amount of distance. You can park your car there. And the only why I say that, if you can find a trucking company near your house, you know they somewhere gonna get you back. They can route you back to the house as far as loads. You might get loads coming back through there or something like that. You might can pick up a relay to the trucking company. So that's my opinion. Like for example, we stay near. We're not too far from Snyder, so that was one of the reasons why when I finished my CDL training, I went to Snyder because it was right up the road from where I lived at, and I knew they would probably have some loads coming back near where I stayed. Snyder is a lot of locations. Snyder, they got some in Atlanta, Phoenix, Indiana, but yeah, they got some in North Carolina too, and Charlotte. But yeah, man, it's all personal preference. One thing I can say, keep talking to these people. Okay, baby. My wife just said the tow truck there. So just keep calling around, talking to people. One of the main things I ask for when I call around is do they have open door policy? Open door policy means you can just go back there and talk to anybody. You ain't gotta stand behind no glass or no door to talk to somebody. That's one thing I did like about Snyder. You can just walk back there and talk to your dispatcher and all that stuff. The dispatcher ain't trying to hide none of that. Some people say the smaller companies treat you like family instead of a number. But if you're one of those type of people that you want to be treated and called out by name, then I would choose a smaller company. But if that don't matter to you, I just go with whoever's closest to you, whoever paying a decent amount of money starting off. Hopefully they helped you out. So my wife just said the tow truck just arrived, and it took about 5 hours for him to get there. He said he was stuck in traffic, but she only a few hours away, so everything will be all good. Uh, I like the percentage paid, and the reason why I like it, man. The one thing with Snyder, you're not hustling for the miles. How you make money at Snyder is, man, these short hops, 400 miles, 300 miles. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no long like you end up losing money trying to go long distance. To be honest with you, these little short hops, 300-mile hop, you can get two loads in one day if you work it right. So I like the percentage pay. I'd rather do that than getting paid by the mile. Let's get back to this topic. Um, if you come into this trucking world in this industry, you want to have a good decent amount of capital. And I'm gonna be honest with you, even if you don't have a decent amount of capital, you just step out on faith. You gotta make sure you got that truck checked out. You gotta make sure you take that truck to a whoever made the truck, take it to that dyno. Just check it out before you gonna sign your name on that truck. Also, please, I can't stress this enough. Put aside for your maintenance. Put aside. I mean, I ain't talking $50. I ain't talking about $100. I'm saying we do 225 and up. That's what we do a week as far as maintenance wise. Some people might do more, but I recommend you not doing $100. Nothing less than $200. That's just my opinion. The reason why I say that, you put about, this is an example, you put about $200 or $225 a week to a side. You know what I'm saying? Granted, don't nothing happen. You do that for a whole year, you don't be able to put $10,000 to a side in a whole year. Granted, putting $50 to a side and $100 to a side, that's just not enough money. You gotta understand with these big trucks, this is about $1 million piece of equipment that you're dealing with. So you can't chump change that. So that's one of the things we do. As far as when we get our weekly settlement, first thing we take up out of there, one of the first things we take out for taxes, that's 20%. We do 20%. Really, and that's another thing. We do 20% weekly, and really we only got to do 15%. So the reason why we do that 20% is when it comes time to pay your taxes, it'll look like you're pretty much overpaying for taxes. So when it's time to do your taxes, that percentage that you overpaid in taxes is gonna come right back to you. It got a possibility to come right back to you. Granted, and that'll go on top of what you already put aside for maintenance. So that's our rule of thumb. What we do, we take out 20% off our gross. So when you get that settlement, don't take nothing out of that. Say if you get $5,000, take out 20% off that off the rip. Then once you take that 20% off your gross, then the rest, take your maintenance account, take your truck payment out, and if you leased on with somebody, they might have a little escrow that they take out too. We also got an escrow that Snyder takes out. They take out $50 a week from us, so they take it out and it goes in our escrow account. So it's money in that too. Also, take I'm 46 and I'm 46. I want to get into trucking. How hard is it to learn to drive a manual transmission? Is learning to back a truck into a loading dock really difficult? I'm gonna answer your question in just a second. So hold on, Frank. So rule of thumb: always pay your business first. Do not get a big check and blow it, cause I promise you, you're gonna pay for it. I can't stress that enough. To answer Frank's question, he said, I'm 46, I want to get into trucking. How hard is it to learn to drive a manual transmission? Is learning to back a truck into a loading dock really difficult? No, ain't nothing hard. Ain't nothing hard as long as you put your mind to it. Driving these big trucks, you gotta understand, anybody that's driving a truck did not know how to drive that truck from the beginning. It can be difficult a little bit, but as long as you put your mind to it, you can do it. Look at all these women out here driving these big trucks. I feel like women drive these big trucks better than men because a woman is gonna listen to somebody teach her how to do something new. A man, he gonna think he already know how to do it, and he gonna be not trying to take orders from somebody trying to tell him what to do. Um, so driving these trucks is not easy, man. When I'm shifting my truck, man, I can do it with my eyes closed. It's just muscle memory. And I can't say backing these trucks is one of my strong points. I love backing these trucks. I get adrenaline rush backing these trucks into certain places and tight places. I love it. I don't know why. I just feel strong when I can take this 53 footer or 48 footer and put it somewhere that nobody else can. Um, Backing is an art. It's something that comes with time and patience. So if you got a trainer and he drilling you about backing, tell him to back off a little bit. It takes time. He wasn't the best when he started learning how to back. So I always tell somebody, just when you back in that truck, just calm down, focus, and just put that thing in the hole. Also, I lost my train of thought. Also, you know what's the hardest part in learning how to back? It's because you got somebody right beside you or somebody in your head trying to tell you what to do, and you trying to do good to make that person proud. That's why a lot of people struggle in school and backing because your nerves got you toe up and you can't focus. You're trying to look good for that trainer and trying to make that trainer proud. So your mindset is off already. So that's what makes it hard and backing. You're trying to look good and trying to pass this test, and you're scared. So once you can block that person out of your head and do what they taught you, you'll do fine. That's just like when you go on the road with a trainer. I remember when I went on the road with my trainer, and I was so nervous, I was so scared. When I first got in that truck, I knew how to drive, I knew how to shift. I just wanted to do perfect for my trainer. I wanted my trainer to be proud of me. So when I got in that truck, man, it was like I ain't never shifted the truck, I ain't never backed, I ain't never drove. I was so, I was so nervous, shaking, and when I finally calmed down, just realized, just tune that person out and just drive this truck like you was taught, everything came together. Because you gotta understand that person right beside you been in your shoes. Now if you got one of them trainers just there for the money, ain't really trying to teach you, down your neck, being rude to you, you ain't gotta put up with that. You can request for a new trainer. That's one thing I tell people. If you got one of those rude trainers, you can request for that. You can request a new trainer, get you somebody a little bit different, and it's gonna help you. Because it is some people out here that'll help you. And it is some people out here that just there for the money. Any more questions? Well, that's all, folks. I ain't got much to say. Y'all know I'm new to this camera stuff, so I just want to chime in a little bit and let y'all know, give y'all the bad, the ugly, and the truth of this trucking stuff instead of, know what I'm saying, always showing the good. But just so you know, be prepared for that breakdown once again, which we are prepared for it. We are ready for it. It's a small thing to a giant. We got the money put aside for it, and that's it. Question: how is important is business credit? Um, Appreciate it. Business credit is very important. I'm gonna give you an example. When you got business credit, it'll make it easier to go finance you another truck. So, for example, now and not everybody do this, but say like now we got our truck now. Say we got the money to just pay the truck off. Don't pay that truck off. Continue to make those payments on that truck because it looks good on the business end. I think we already touched on this before in the video, but it looks good on the business end that you are able to make this payment for this truck. Business credit, they want to see you make payments. They don't want to see you pay cash out for stuff. And also, that's why a lot of these mega carriers, they don't buy these trucks. They lease them. Number one, it's a tax write-off. Number two, number two, it's building up business credit. You making this payment on time. So business credit is very important. You want to build that up as much as possible. But I appreciate y'all chiming in. We got about 34, 35 people in here. I would greatly appreciate if y'all like and subscribe. And let's get these likes up.